All right, call the June 8th, 2026 Town of Palmyra Board Meeting to order at 6 p.m. at Palmyra Town Hall, W1125 Highway 106. Certification of compliance with open meetings law.
Yes, we posted the agenda timely.
Roll call.
Gajewski,
Here.
Montgomery.
Here.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, approval of town board minutes from May 11th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
I would second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 2, approval of payment of bills as presented.
Brightspeed, $203.26. That is for our internet and our telephone. Community insurance, $1,184. That is the town's liability insurance. J&H Customs cemetery mowing for May, $250. Palmyra Eagle School District, $25. That is for rental of the community room for the November meeting. Harrison, Williams, and McDonald, $100 for legal services. Jefferson County Clerk, $53.50. That is for election supplies for the April election. TS Technology Solutions, $2,028.60. That's our annual computer support fee. GFL Environmental, $10,537.63. That is for garbage and recycling. Northwest Services, $10,146.25, and that is billed to the emergency management account. APG of Southern Wisconsin, $158.40. That is for publication of an ordinance. Northwest Services, $18,121.50. That is for patching work. Michelle Smith, $3,329.22, wages. Mark Montgomery, $230.87, wages. Josh Gajewski, $369.40, wages. APG of Southern Wisconsin, $162.40. That is for alcohol license publication. And then J&H Customs, $375. That is for cemetery mowing. The bill was dated June 3rd.
Is there a motion to approve the bills?
Make a motion to approve the bills as stated.
I would second. Any discussion? I've got one bring up, wasn't formally part of a motion for the ordinance for Blue Spring Lake. They had suggested that they would be willing to contribute money towards legal fees in the process to revise the ordinance. So I think we can send them a friendly email with that.
Okay.
See what they're willing to contribute. Nice.
It operates slower than I wanted to. Sorry, I don't know.
So there's a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Gajewski,
Aye.
Montgomery.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 3, public comment. Citizen statements are limited to 3 minutes. Although the public may speak on any item not included on this agenda under public comment, the board cannot respond or discuss the issue at this time. In accordance with open meetings law, the board must notice an item on the agenda to allow for discussion on that matter. Attendees may ask questions or express opinions about an item specifically listed under that agenda item. When it is being discussed, your comments will be considered and may be placed on future agendas for further discussion. Mr. Kessler.
I Is that what the signature on the
Yeah.
sheet is? Oh, sorry. I thought everyone signed, it came in here.
So you're here?
All right.
Anyone else for public comment? Last chance. Moving on, correspondence.
Just notification of some public hearings. We already listened to the presentations for the applicants Kevin Kleinhans and Riggs Farmstead for the rezoning. That is going before Jefferson County on June 18th.
Item number 5, reports. Treasurer's report.
The town currently has a checking account balance of $211,750.52, tax account balance of $126,740.57. The airport checking account balance as of today is $66,135.80. The local government investment pool for the town, the balance is $94,042.33. That's it.
Thank you. Clerk's report.
Nothing to report except we will have an election on August 11th, partisan primary. Absentee ballots have to be mailed out by the end of June.
Questions on that? Highway.
Hauling is done. Storm tree work is done, including the stuff we're coming on Saturday.
With potentially one.
What's that?
Lake access on South Shore Drive.
That has not been, because you and me were going to look at it.
I got a reminder today.
You'll have to make a date.
You bring the coffee.
You just bring the sprinkled donuts in.
Is there a donut shop in town? Anything else? Mowing.
Yes, we're starting mowing tomorrow. I don't know, you want to get on that right away? We're just a couple days earlier than they were last year. That's a big deal. So, yeah, that's, as long as you say this good, we can see it. I don't see any major changes. It's going to be pretty much the same as what it was last year.
Questions, Mr. Mark? One last fun piece of the puzzle. We've got a couple other things on the agenda for tonight, but I found out through the grapevine that Highway H between Young Road and 12 is going to be redone this summer, as soon as Highway 67 opens back up. So, for anybody that drives south towards the Grange, you won't be shortly. So, trying to get some information from Walworth County Highway Department so we can post it on our website and all that fun stuff. Everybody can share either their favorite social media platform and we can go from there. Fire Department report. Mr. Schiller and Gardsky emailed us the report today for run reports. They had a prior engagement tonight that they could not be here to report. I did ask a question because I didn't notice it in the prior month's report that they've got half calls listed in the total. So I asked the question, how do you have a half a call? And that's actually the mutual aid calls. They're splitting 50-50 between the village, so I'm going to see if between the village and us. I'm going to see if they can stop doing that so that it's just town and village and mutual aid. So it's a little easier to audit going backwards. Because that is, again, part of how we're going to end up paying in 2027 for service. So, Airport, Mr. Gorey.
Everything's going pretty smooth at the airport. There were some repairs made to the runway lights and to the cones on the north side. There were several of them replaced. There are 5 to be replaced yet on the south side of the runway. And we're looking into doing some research on insurance on the building because the price has gone up quite a bit with the new building out there. So, but yeah, otherwise, Jeff's been doing a good job. Hasn't been much grass to mow, but everything's going good at the airport. And we really hope everybody will turn out for the flying breakfast Father's Day.
Well, it's a week before Father's Day, right?
No.
No, it's on Father's Day.
Why does it, on my phone it said Father's Day is a week from this Sunday, but Father's Day is this Sunday?
21st.
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 Yeah, try first.
Okay, I'll have to look at what I saw before. I thought I saw it in the paper.
So you're saying it's on the 21st?
I'm saying this is Father's Day. Always Father's Day.
I was gonna ask you why.
It is the 21st for,
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
when you guys start looking at insurance, there's a potential adding more on the town's policy rather than carrying your own, maybe.
No, we've been carrying our own and we're continuing with that. You know, keep it, I don't know, I suppose it's something we could look at down the line, but our policies come due, I think in July or August. And there's 2 separate policies that are there. One, of course, is liability for the airport, and the other one is for the buildings and equipment.
Any questions? Blue Spring Lake District. No one from the district is here, so we'll move on with that. Building inspector.
We received the report from the building inspector today. There were 4 building permits listed for our property on Dallin Lane. They consist of building, heating, electric, and plumbing. Mark Bowen had a building addition on Lowland Drive, and James Stryker had an electric permit on View Road.
Thank you. Emergency management.
Nothing to report.
Fair enough. The only other 2 things I'm gonna add is that we did have more 2024 tree falling over saga continuation over the weekend. First bit of rain we got in a month, and of course a tree fell over. So that got cleaned up. Additionally, still waiting on information from the county as far as whether or not we'll end up with FEMA reimbursement funding through the county for the April flooding event. So
What road did it fall down on this year? Island Road?
I'll let you guess.
Island Road.
No,
No. That's what I guessed.
you got 2 left. There you go.
I was driving up Palmyra Saturday morning, had to go home.
Sheriff's Department is not here. Parks and Recreation, I did talk with Michelle earlier, and she had a 6 to about 6:30 engagement. She was gonna make it here and introduce herself tonight, so I would suggest that we come back to her when it's convenient, when she's here. So. New business, item number 6, action on request for renewal of beer and alcohol licenses. Forever Young Event Venue LLC, Michelle Maring, agent for Class B beer and liquor at N252 County Highway H. Circle K Campground, ECD LLC, Edward J. Dion, agent, Class A beer on Island Road. Rushing Waters Trout House LLC, Joshua Roeder, agent, Class B beer and liquor, Highway H. Heidi's Hobbies, Heidi Dooster, Agent, Class A Liquor, Highway E. All of these have been applied for, but you said there's some permits that have to be paid for yet?
Yep, so if we could approve them contingent upon receiving payment, please.
I would move that we renew the aforementioned 4 liquor licenses contingent on payment.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, action on applications for bartenders licenses. Joshua Roeder, W 2309 Marsh Road, Sadie Sauter, 156 Burr Oak Street, Haley Sue Toman, N 9521, Highway 67, Eagle. Is there a motion on this?
Make a motion to approve the applications for bartender licenses.
I would second. Are we pending payment on these?
No, I think it's all paid for.
All right.
One question. What's N 9521 Highway 67 Eagle? Why do they need a demo?
It's an address? Are you asking?
Oh, it's not where they're working.
No,
So they'll be working in the downtown.
correct.
Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8, discussion regarding John and Tamara Pazorski request for conditional use permit to allow a 7,200 square foot, 38 foot high, extensive on-site storage structure at N 1571 County Road H, tax parcel 024051613240004, and possible town board recommendation regarding the same. I do not see the applicant here. I would move to table this item until the July meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Reason why I'm tabling it is because I have questions on the layout of their driveway and whether or not they are over 1 acre of total disturbed surface area and whether they actually may qualify for needing DNR stormwater permitting. So that is my question to them. Hopefully we can have them attend. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor of tabling until the July meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Item 9, action on request to change the August 10th, 2026 town board meeting date to an alternate date. It is my request because I am not going to be available. So, you've got 2 options. You can do it without me. Maybe, if we have a 3rd board member by that point. Or, we could pick sometime after the 17th of August. Because I can't do the 17th of August either. So, we could have it Tuesday the 18th, you could do it without me.
The 10th is not a good day anyway with the election the next day.
Correct.
It has to stay on a Monday.
It does not. Do it on Sunday after church and see who shows up.
Will there be
Is it on Father's Day?
It'll be Nora.
Breakfast.
Oh, Jesus. Yes. There you go.
So, we've got, I mean, realistically, we've got a whole nother month before we have to decide, but at this point, FYI, I won't be here.
I don't want it to
want to pick the 18th, which is this Tuesday?
I would be okay with the 18th over the 20th. Like, well, it's getting a little bit late.
Yeah, because then we got a short stack between
Yeah.
that and then.
Yeah.
So let's,
Tuesday the 18th.
I would move to schedule the meeting for August 18th, 2026. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in,
Anytime.
let's do 6:01, just to keep you on your toes.
See if she makes it on time.
Same place?
Yeah, we'll hold it here too.
I didn't know.
It was
we
just
got
a date, not a change of venue.
that- Maybe you got that new trailer for the
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah.
Ambulance, that's what it was.
Not yet. All right, there's a motion and a second to move the August meeting until the 18th at 6 PM at W 1125, State Highway 106, also known as the Town Hall. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Item 10, action on resolution supporting comprehensive and sustainable funding for roads. I would turn that over to you, sir, because it wasn't me, and that makes my choices simple. Who brought it up?
This was a presentation at the Wisconsin Towns Association for southeastern Wisconsin. They were hoping to get a resolution passed by 14 of the 16 towns in Jefferson County pertaining to sustainable funding for maintaining roads.
Do you want me to
And they
read
gave
this?
us the sheet. We have to read the whole thing.
We don't have to. We have copies of it. We're the ones making the choice, but.
What, you pointed to one? A little?
All right, whereas local units of government in Wisconsin own and maintain approximately 90% of the public roads in the state, including county highways, town roads, and city and village streets, and whereas local governments greatly appreciate the one-time infusion of general purpose revenue, primarily sales and income tax and other revenue provided in recent state budgets, which have enabled the initiation and continuation of the successful and popular Local Road Improvement Program Supplemental, LRIP-S, and Agricultural Road Improvement Program, ARIP, and whereas despite modest increases from the state over the years, transportation aids to local governments remain insufficient to keep pace with inflation and rising construction costs, leaving many communities funded well below 2000 levels in real dollars, and whereas local governments throughout Wisconsin continue to struggle to perform even routine maintenance, pavement preservation, and safety improvements, resulting in deteriorating roads and bridges, and whereas the inaugural inventory and assessment of small bridges between 6 to 20 feet found about 10% of the nearly 17,000 structures to be in poor or severe condition, and whereas levy limits and other fiscal constraints prevent local governments from independently filling the funding gap created by inadequate state transportation aids, and whereas absent suitable state funding, many communities have been forced to address their shortfalls by significantly increasing borrowing, deferring essential projects, or imposing local vehicle registration or wheel taxes, and whereas the Wisconsin motorists currently pay among the lowest transportation user fees in the Midwest, while neighboring states and dozens of others nationwide have enacted long-term revenue measures to keep their transportation systems competitive, and whereas Wisconsin is increasingly relying on general-purpose revenue to make needed investments, potentially pitting transportation against other vital services such as education, and whereas continued lack of growing, dedicated, and predictable revenue places Wisconsin at a growing economic advantage by threatening the efficiency of freight movement, the safety of travelers, and the attractiveness of our state to businesses and residents, and whereas both Wisconsin's aging interstate highway system, largely constructed in the 1950s and 1960s, and our extensive network of state and local roads require predictable, adequate, and sustainable funding to meet current and future needs. Now, therefore be it resolved that the town of Palmyra strongly urges the governor of Wisconsin and the state legislature to enact a comprehensive, sustainable transportation funding solution that, number one, provides adequate and reliable revenue growth for efficient long-term planning and execution of state and local transportation programs. Number two, includes responsible and prudent use of general purpose revenue and bonding. Number three, adjusts any new and existing transportation user fees and other revenue mechanisms to sustain purchasing power in order to maintain and improve Wisconsin's transportation infrastructure. And number four, ensures transportation continues to deliver for Wisconsin by adequately funding reconstruction, preservation, and safety investments on the state and local systems. Be it further resolved that the clerk is hereby directed to transmit a copy of this resolution to the governor's office as well as to the Wisconsin State Senate and Assembly representing districts within the town. The resolution is introduced by whomever, signed, dated, and there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Funny enough, it sounds exactly like the town of Palmyra, so I would move that we approve the resolution.
Second?
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, discussion regarding Watunsky Road culvert repair and possible action regarding the same. So, Watunsky Road was brought up to me by a resident. Went out there, and believe it or not, now we've gone from falling down trees to failing culverts apparently in 2026. So we now have two on Lowland Road. We had one, 59, I'm losing my brain. Piper, thank you. And now we have one on Watunsky. So preliminarily, there's two options. We can either replace, it's a 36-inch culvert, we can replace it because it's generally not in great condition all the way across. Or we could try to repair the 6 or 8 foot section at the end that literally fell off into the creek, along with the gravel shoulder and that. So,
May I ask what causes those type of problems?
in this case, the bottom of the pipe rotted out, so we went from this to this, and then the culvert goes like this, and then it's exactly what happened on Piper Road. It's also what happened on, well, to a point. That one rotted out on the top and the bottom on Lowland Road at the end. So, unfortunately, when culverts hold dirt in them, they rust out faster. And we've got a fair amount of that going on all over the place. If you remember last year, we had 4 of them cleaned out around the lake to try to get the crap out of them so water would flow, they would dry, preserve them, all that kind of stuff. So, the good news is we don't have to worry about our budget because we don't have one. So, and I'm not being funny, like we literally cut all of everything out of our budget, including trees, including emergency management, including roads, as that was the will of the vote in November. So we've got 2 options, well, we've got 4 options. One of these 2, we could do nothing as a 3rd option. And a 4th one would be that we just pretend it never happened or go get more bids. So,
Your third option would just be to pour gravel over the pipe. I
Yeah.
like we did on, say, low level fix over there.
yeah. So,
The problem with that is the next big storm we have is probably gonna be the same as in that.
yeah,
And just so everybody understands, with this particular pipe that we're talking about, there's, I'm guessing 6 or 7 feet of earth that is gone from the side of the road, and it's under the road that there's an empty void underneath it right now, on the end of the road.
Is it a safety hazard?
No, it can't be, I put a cone there. But it could,
I make a motion to buy some phones.
yeah,
it is a hazard.
road closed barricades, you know,
Yeah.
keep shutting it down.
We didn't get the one on Hoover fixed either. No, that's another one you didn't mention,
Well,
along with the road.
bless you.
These are corrugated?
This is that a riveted pipe?
Yes.
So
But
that,
it, so
that
it's,
pipe's probably 4 years old.
How many?
About 40. It's an old one. Most of the culverts that have been replaced in the last 20, 30 years are not riveted, per se. So that's a more expensive pipe, but nowadays it's all spit out by machine, so. Old tech that does the same job.
Question. So other towns and villages are having this problem too because of the dirt that comes in and sits there? Or do they have other problems? And if they don't have this dirt in here, even though we don't have it in the budget, is there something that we can do to flush them out occasionally? To help that? That was a lot of questions.
Well, it takes money to do that.
Huh?
Takes money to do
I
that.
know that.
It's not isolated to Palmyra.
Okay.
So, Josh said it looks like it's the year of the culvert, and it truly is, because we probably, some because of road construction, but we probably put in 25 pipes this year. And it's because, same thing, it's just washing out from underneath them. When you get a big storm and a large volume of water moving through, you're gonna find something.
And underneath the culvert is just dirt or stone?
Well, it was dirt and stone, and now dirt and stone is a pile about 30 feet down the creek.
Just trying to get a picture.
Yeah.
Are they filling with dirt because they're installed too low?
No, it's just time.
Just time.
It's really what it is. They're just riding out of the bottom. And when you get a large volume of water, if, I think in this case, probably a strap broke, or there never was a strap, and you get a jog between the 2 pipes, and the force of the water isn't enough, I mean, there's not enough flow through the pipe, it starts eroding away and blowing water underneath the pipe, so it's all works out.
Concrete an option?
Concrete's more expensive.
not in our budget.
Yeah, it's,
It is, but
a lot of them are done in concrete, and they seem to hold up very well. There's some that we took out of some in Jefferson that were probably 80 years old. So, I mean, they're okay, but when they fail no different than their sealed pipe work. And there is power too.
well, most of the issues with culverts in town are that there are no flared end sections. The metal funnel upstream and downstream. It's a pipe sticking out of the bank on one side and the other. And when you get high, fast-moving water like what happened in April, it undercuts the bottom of the culvert because it just starts rolling against the bank that it's on. And then once you start the undercut process, it's just a matter of time until something moves. And the ones around the lake, frankly, I mean, they got put in I'm gonna say the 90s or before, and they're plugged full of lawn clippings, people who break their leaves out into the ditch and burn them, and then it rains and you wash dirt into the end of it, and you wash it a second time, and sooner or later, over the course of 30 years, you end up with topsoil and everything else in your pipes. So, the issue on Watunski, I think, and we'll get to this in a minute, on Lowland, is that there's no flared end sections on them. So, if the water runs off the road even fast enough and starts to gully out around the pipe as it's running down towards whatever body of water, then you start undercutting that side of it too, because there's no fill, they're just pipes sticking out. Lowland Road, I think maybe there's 5 feet of pipe on the downstream side. Watunski there was 8, but it also had,
Or this
yeah,
small
the
pipe?
big one.
The big one there is probably around 5 feet, more. But it is more.
I was just wondering if instead of replacing it, if those pipes can be sleeved, if there's a way to get a slightly smaller pipe ran through it and then concrete the voids to build it up.
Allow it, but then you still have to seal from the new pipe to the old pipe, otherwise you're gonna get that
Cavitation,
old pipe
take it
collapse,
out.
and then the road collapses on top of that.
The other piece of the puzzle is that a 36-inch pipe was installed and was underwater, so to be able to put a 28 inside of it or a 32 inside of it, you're narrowing down the amount of water that's gonna travel, which means the road is potentially either gonna back up and wash out and take out the downstream side of it, or don't know that the town's ever done any sort of comprehensive swale and drainage corridor study to figure out what size pipe needs to be put where. I used to live on South Shore Drive, was here 24 years ago, and the size of the pipes that were in there were 2 sizes too small, like legitimately 2 sizes too small. So we can sleep them. There's 2 more down on Watunski Road in the town of Cold Spring or LaGrange or whatever direction that goes that have been exactly done like that. And those, when this one washed out, those had standing water on the road shoulders because it filled up to a point, and then it was what it was.
I have one more question, I'm sorry, Josh.
Go for it.
So who would be researching this, the DOT, highway department, to, apparently it's not just in this area, it's all over. So are they possibly looking into solving the problem with a different structure type?
Oh, they're aged out.
Okay, it's just the age of it,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Corrugated metal pipes will last 30 years. That's kind of like concrete pipes have a tentative 60-year lifespan on them. After 60 years, they start getting softer and softer and softer, and they fail.
Okay.
So, no different than water mains, sewer mains, roads, they all have an expected life, and these have generally reached that point.
They serve their purpose.
So, if we want to go the route of replacement, I believe in talking with Attorney McDonald that we may be best suited to get a second comparative for that, for our purposes. If we're gonna do the repair, obviously a repair is a repair, so.
For the complete replacement, to put that at the worst case scenario for you, well, that's roughly 8 feet down that you'd have to excavate out. So the only thing that would make that cheaper is if we could reuse, if there's decent gravel that we could recycle, that would make it cheaper. And this is putting it at the worst case scenario as far as time goes. So like we've done for the town in the past, if we don't use the whole price of it, and it comes in under budget, we credit you that we don't pay that whole thing.
Yeah.
So until you actually get in there and see what it is, it's hard. So I budgeted or put in there for the worst case scenario. Just so you're aware of that.
What is the worst case scenario?
Well, given the fact that we may go out for pricing, I'll tell you after we decide what we're doing, because otherwise undercut their pricing by $1 and someone else comes in.
All right.
More than $10. There is that third option. We could do like we did on Piper and try to do a quick fix on it, and that push it down the road. That's all it's gonna do, but
Yeah. Thoughts?
Without the bids?
That's I think replacing it is the proper thing to do. We can put together a quick scope and bring this back as soon as reasonable on that. In the meantime, Bob's got a cone out there.
I can put another one on.
You're good.
I think I'm gonna have you rain that put three out.
Do you have, Josh, do you have that in your 5 to 10 year plan of replacing those? Was that part of your, no? Never thought, never went into the, okay. It got so voted down last fall.
Generally, when we look at doing pavement replacement, we look at structures under them at that point in time, and we're starting to get to the age out where they're starting to creep up faster than any sort of road replacement. So, I mean, traditionally, that is how it's gone, is that if you're gonna redo a road, you look at what's under it, fix it if you have to, and include that in that project cost, but not on a one-off kind of, or three-off.
Or, yeah, the 3 off is just terrible luck.
If it wasn't for bad luck, some people wouldn't have any at all.
I work the same place. But you only put so many Band-Aids on so many things, so many times. That's the problem. Then it starts to cost you more than the original fix.
Agreed. So, motion to table this until additional pricing. Is that a second?
Yes, second.
All those in favor? Aye. I'm gonna rewind. Parks and Recreation report.
Hi. Hello. I'm Michelle O'Brien. And I'm just here to kind of say hi and meet everyone and also give a slight report for things going on. So baseball season is underway. Some of you may be involved. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule tonight because of the rain. And beach season is also happening. We have Tammy is our beach attendant, so she's going to be in on the weekends. I'm going to post hours on Facebook for when the beach will be open so that the public knows when someone will be there. We will have snacks, refreshments. Looking into having rentals as well, rentals for paddle boards and possibly kayaks as well. And just need to get those logistics going on. There is a summer and fall activity guide that has been published. I meant to bring paper copies, but I was held up with the baseball situation tonight, so I apologize for that. But it's posted on the website, and so it's on the Park and Recreation page. If you click on that, you can see the different programs going on. There are adult programs as well as youth programs, and then some fall programming. There will be more added throughout the summer and fall as they come up too, so it's not the end-all be-all in the guide. There are paper copies at the Village Hall if you would like to pick those up instead of looking electronically as well. And let's see here, Music on Main is happening on June 19th, and Parks and Recreation will be hosting a vendor market on the north side of 3rd Street. And so it will be $20 per booth for vendors to come in and sell items. The goal is to be like a farmer's market to attract other individuals to come in to the vendor market and watch the band, listen to the band. And that registration is also on the website, a Google form. If you would like to fill out a paper form, I don't have one right now, but I can create one. And let's see here. I have not met the new owners of Attendees, and we were discussing having some connections together with running different music events or festivals, things like that. Big ideas between the both of us, which was really exciting. And there's currently a community survey going on. I'm leaving it kind of open indefinitely for right now. That is also a Google form or paper copies at the Village Hall as well, to voice your opinion about the Parks and Rec Department of what your view is on it, how things are going, what you would like to see more of. If there's certain programming that you have not seen that you would like to see, I'd love to hear about it. And over summer, I will have office hours if anyone wants to talk between 8 and noon on Wednesdays. Otherwise, I'm kind of working from home Tuesday, Thursday, and then evenings and intermittently where I am needed for different events. So I think that's all I have for right now.
We did get your activity guide posted on our website too.
You
So,
did?
Yep.
Oh, not yet.
No, not yet?
Not
Okay.
yet. I got it today.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought I saw it.
I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you.
You will.
And
How's that?
I have been active on the Facebook page. I'm trying to do communication so far from the community survey, people want emailed information. So I have an email list, so I've been doing an email and then a Facebook post, and then some of it onto the website, but that's been my main source of communication to get out, so.
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You can stay if you want, or you can leave if you want. It's your choice. I know which I would pick.
I have a couple emails to catch up on, so thank you. Thank you. Thanks to meet you.
Number 12, discussion regarding shoulder repairs and restoration on Young and Tamarack roads and possible action regarding the same. Also have estimated pricing, time and material base to essentially scrape up the sandbars that have grown on Young Road in the S-curves and on Tamarack near the bottom of the hill in the woods. Another fun thing, we don't have a line item budget for this one, so we generally, well, in the last 2 weeks, I've probably gotten a dozen phone calls from different people about, do you know that there's a pile of sand? So it is the one on Young Road, given the fact that it's in the S-curves to begin with, and where it is, frankly, is a safety issue. Additionally, sent Mr. Bob out there and he looked at it, and there are 3, did you say, posts for the guardrail that are?
Maybe more.
Maybe more. Hopefully, let's go with 3 for the guardrail that also need to be addressed. Anybody who's a Yellowstone fan and you know what the train station is, it's pretty much the train station, yellow of Young Road. We need to scrape all of it out so the water can actually run off the road and stop ponding there, and also stop taking silt with it. So section of shoulder grading as well.
We'll check out close to maybe a pickup on that.
Good. So, here we are, Young and Tamarack Road.
I'm assuming those two are worse than Little Prairie Road? I don't know about.
Little Prairie's been approved to re-shoulder already.
Okay.
We held off on it until we could actually have this discussion, because we're gonna have all this equipment out there. It's just adding gravel. So we're not transporting, you're not paying to transport all this equipment all the way out here and then do it again.
Perfect.
So it'll basically save the time there.
Questions on the scope, Mr. Mark?
No.
At this point, I would move that we approve the shoulder cleanup and gravel washout and replacement of gravel on Young and Tamarack roads to be completed by Northwest Services.
Second?
Any other discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Discussion and possible action on Lowland Road culvert replacement and repairs. So this is 2 different culverts on Lowland Road, one of which has collapsed, which was reported on last month, and the other one has washed out and is kind of a twin of what's going on at Watunsky, except the culvert itself seems to be in fairly decent shape yet. 2 years ago, I believe, we added riprap to the north side of Lowland to try to stabilize the knot shoulder, so the snowplow didn't end up in the creek. Unfortunately, stone around that is washed into the stone we put there. And frankly, given the grade that's on the side, north side of the shoulder, we need to extend that pipe to be able to get a decent, slower side slope on the shoulder of the road. So talked with Bob on that as well. Was this a 6 foot? 8 foot? I don't recall.
It's a
Section.
60 inch.
Oh, a 60-inch pipe, but how, a section,
We're gonna do a 4-foot section.
4-foot section.
The price I got you.
Yep.
The only thing I haven't heard back from the culvert guy yet, if we can adapt, because that is also a riveted pipe with a rim around it that we've never seen before. So we gotta be able to make sure we can adapt the two together, so we don't have a problem like on with Hunsky.
Yep.
So,
So this is the extension, fabric under the riprap, and then gravel essentially to somewhat extend or
once
replace the
that
shoulder.
4-foot section's in, we'll put some more riprap around the edge of it, and we shouldn't have to deal with that anymore. It'll be part of it.
Sorry.
Is this work like a one-day deal? Because there's 3 residents down there and that's a dead end, so there's no way to get my service trucks out, emergency personnel, so if we block the road.
That pipe is a one-day deal, we won't block it. It's just an extension on the one side of it.
So they're,
I'll be close enough.
they don't have to dig the road up to fix anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's just so
extending
narrow
so
that
they
even
would
a
have
dump truck sitting on, because of where it is, you can't get off the road. Dump truck has to sit on the road, equipment, whatever, you know.
But if
It's just
somebody
so
comes
narrow.
along when we're out there, we have no problem moving the truck, unless we got a pipe up in the air.
Right.
If you wait 2 minutes, we'll put it down. You know, that, no big deal.
Questions on this?
My only question regarding these road repairs are, since it was taken out of the budget, I'm new to town government, how do we pay for this?
We either take it out of fund balance, meaning our checking balance, LGAP balance. This guy. We either take it out of there or borrow money to do it. At this point in the year, I don't know that we have to borrow any money to do it. If at the end of the year we decide that maybe that wasn't the right choice because we're running short, then that's kind of the scenario. Questions, comments? Is there a motion?
Does that include the small culvert like Ralph's house?
No, so this is just, first of all, item number 1 of number 12 is the extension of the culvert. We also have a replacement because they're past B10's lane. There is a collapsed culvert in the middle of the road that crosses the road. So we can take these together one at a time, however you want to do it. The replacement of that culvert, it is a road culvert, again, for anybody, because I've had a couple of questions on this too. Culverts that go under driveways are the driveway owner's responsibility. Culverts that go under the road, the other direction, are the town's responsibility to convey water from one side to the other. So the other alternative that we have for Lowland Road is to abandon that section of Lowland Road because it goes to the railroad tracks that I'm pretty sure they're not gonna let us put a road back across at any point in time. So we could give it to the adjacent landowner because he owns both sides of the road, shorten up Lowland Road, and guessing it probably would turn into a farm field instead of a road and a culvert that needs to be replaced. It's another option.
He's 85 years old, he's not gonna do anything with it. It's not gonna turn into a farm field.
So we're looking at both 3 and 4.
Correct. Those are the two culverts on Nolan that need addressing or no. At the same point, we could close Lowland Road closer towards V-Ten's and see if we got money left at the end of the year to fix it. The one on Watansky, obviously we talked about the one on the 60-inch are both losing shoulder material right off the edge of the road, and this one is not that pressing.
The small diameter one at the end of the road, you could probably wait till fall and then it's, the road is, over that pipe's been patched several times, it's just, the collapse has gotten bigger, and it's just that one resident there. I mean,
And you've got the brine tank for Northwest at the end.
we don't go back there, we're probably gonna pull that pipe. Do we even use that pipe? I think we do.
I did when I was in my house.
Yeah. I would think that we could probably put that one off if you want to, just do that in the fall.
What about a big steel plate over it? Just, because there is such low travel.
Yeah, but in order to get the plate to sit and not do this, you're gonna have to level out the road and actually have to smooth the
You
culvert.
wouldn't even know it, I mean, have you driven the road?
That's actually right there.
That'd be the smoothest part, it'd be the smoothest 10-foot piece on the road.
So, yeah, I don't know, that's, is it something that needs to be done yesterday? No. But it has failed, just so you're aware of that. But, and how long, or how many trucks or tractors or cars go over it before it punches another hole in it, I can't tell you that. So,
Can the road be closed or set to local?
Yeah, it's just the, it's the dead end stick that, so there's nobody out there realistically. Anybody who's going to use that part of Lowland Road is up to nefarious activity.
You wouldn't believe how many people do not pay any attention to the 3-road closed, no exit signs, come blasting up to that tank, and then try to do the U-turn, 40-point turn, and blast out. Unbelievable.
So maybe there's more people that are out there than I know.
Yeah. Do a traffic study.
We'll just replace the culvert
I'll
for the sake of
Yeah. And for closure, if you did block it off to residents only, what is the physical parts